I'm Jon Howe, chef and owner of Lumiere restaurant in Cheltenham.
And I'm Helen Howe. I am General Manager, front of house, and our kitchen gardener.
Me and Helen have been at Lumiere for 15 years now, a small fine dining restaurant. We were awarded our first Michelin star last year, which was great. We've been looking at the Evogro system for a number of years now, haven't we?
Yeah.
And kind of finally bit the bullet kind of thing last year, didn't we? And sacrificed a little bit of a space upstairs because we felt that the system was so worthwhile.
We're literally growing the microgreens in our living room upstairs. We obviously live on site at the restaurant. And then they're cutting them and using them to order in the kitchen. So there's no loss of flavour, no loss of freshness, and the customers can really taste that. So at Lumiere, we're really fortunate that we have a kitchen garden. So during lockdown, it started as a little veggie patch, which has now grown into about 4 acres. So we have a big polytunnel, lots of raised beds. So for me, the most exciting thing about the Evogro is that we can propagate a lot of our plants for the kitchen garden so much earlier. Our germination rates are so much better, and then it's going to elongate our growing season so we can get nice healthy plants really early, pop them in our polytunnel. So even now we're filming this at the end of March and we already have tomato plants like this with flowers on, so our tomatoes are not going to be far away. So the amount of support we get from the Evogro team is absolutely amazing. The girls are always on the end of a WhatsApp message, super easy to order everything with them. They're so knowledgeable.
Well, yeah, when it first became an idea to use the Evogro to propagate the plants, it's kind of like, oh, can we do this? And I'm like, yeah, of course you can. Here you go. Here's the plugs. This is what you do. And it was just like super simple, super easy to get going. It was like a real kind of surprise that we could do that, and it did just come through massively with that. They just had the answers instantly on it.
So I think for any of the places with kitchen gardens who think you don't need an Evogro, you definitely do. It's an absolute game changer for what you're propagating. We find our germination rate is incredible. We use a lot of heritage varieties which are notoriously difficult to germinate, but the success rate is fantastic. We've run experiments sort of side by side. The plants that are coming out of the Evogro are so much stronger, they're much bigger. They're a good couple of weeks ahead of what we can grow in the polytunnel.
Yeah, we've got peas that are being harvested now, lettuces that we've got ones that are a couple of weeks away from being harvested now, whereas we planted some side by side and they're still tiny microgreen size, just from growing under normal conditions that you would normally do in a greenhouse or something like that. So yeah, the Evogro just makes you that much more productive. And then the biggest impact from a kitchen point of view that the system's had for us is I can literally specify to Helen what I want growing, not relying on a supplier being able to get it or someone else growing it. So it's like when we're developing dishes, I can have exactly what I want on the dish. And looking at some new and interesting bits and pieces as well, kind of herbs I didn't really know that you could do as microgreens, things like the tree spinach that we're using on the lamb dish as well. It's like something I've not come across before, but yeah, it's a really interesting product.
When you really sort of look at how much it costs, it was very comparable with what we were spending on the microgreens to start with, but the value that it brings, with the quality of the herbs and the produce, and then also that we can use it to propagate what we're doing up at the kitchen garden, it's a complete no-brainer for us.